Welcome to one of Florida's most magical, crystal clear waterways, the Weeki Wachee River. It's a place so blue and so pristine, it almost looks like Mother Nature cranked up the saturation settings out here. And if you're looking for an unforgettable paddling adventure, somewhere that's easy, family-friendly, beginner-friendly, and absolutely beautiful, Weeki Wachee Springs State Park is pretty much the place to go. And today we're going to take you along with us as we paddle down this iconic river for a full review of what it's like to kayak this spring-fed natural wonder, what to expect, what it costs, what wildlife you might see, and of course, some of the absolutely breathtaking scenery along the way. Our adventure begins right here at Weeki Wachee Springs State Park. It's home of the world-famous mermaid shows, and this is one of Florida's most classic old attractions, but today, we're swapping mermaid fins for kayak paddles. Weeki Wachee Springs State Park is located in Hernando County, Florida. That's about an hour or so north of Tampa. It's near the town of Spring Hill. And if you're coming from Orlando, it's going to be roughly a 2-hour drive to your west. And the park sits just off US Highway 19, so it's really super easy to find. Parking is free, and you'll want to head toward the kayak rental in the launch area, which is a separate area from the main entrance. It's kind of tucked away in the corner of the parking lot. Check-in is easy. Just walk in here, give them the name you made on your reservation, and sign a waiver promising not to tip over your kayak in the first 5 minutes. No judgment if you do. And yes, I did say reservations. Reservations here are strongly recommended. Strongly recommended almost to the point of being required. They only allow so many people on the river every day, and this is a really popular spot for paddling, so if you don't have a reservation, especially on busy weekends, there's a great chance you're going to get turned away out here. And that's even if you do bring your own boat. But if you didn't bring your own kayak, no worries, you can rent one here. Single kayaks and paddleboards start at $35 and tandem kayaks are $51. And this includes all the gear and your return shuttle. If you did bring your own kayak, it's $8 to launch from the state park, plus $5 per person for the shuttle ride back. And yeah, this even includes a lift back to the state park, so all you'll need to do is put your boat in near the spring head at the state park, and then let the current do all the work. So all of this, I really think, is a pretty solid deal for access to one of the most beautiful rivers in Florida, maybe even one of the most beautiful rivers in the world. And once you're all checked in, they're going to give you a paddle, a life vest, and some quick instructions before sending you off on your journey. If you brought your own kayak, make sure you bring your life vest. They are required. And just like that, we're off. The Weeki Wachee River is a 7.4 mile long spring-fed river, but on this trip, we're only going to have to paddle about 3 miles before we hit the takeout point, and the shuttle is going to pick us up. And this is a very easy, very relaxing, very stress-free 3 miles. It's very beginner-friendly because from here, you'll just be floating with the current, so all you really need to do is steer and try to keep yourself from bumping into the shore and some of the others out here. And yeah, this river is beautiful and peaceful, but they do send you out little packs, little groups every 30 minutes or so you'll probably be floating downstream in a little pack of other paddlers. The water is a refreshing 72 degrees year-round, which in Florida terms means refreshing in the summer, and holy wow, that's cold in the winter. They're going to give you 2 full hours to travel the 3 miles from the state park to the takeout point, but I do recommend really going slow and just taking it easy out here. That really is more than enough time. And today when we were out here, we maybe rushed it a little bit and we made it to the takeout point in just over an hour, which was a bit of a bummer. We weren't really ready to leave yet, but we did decide to float just a little bit further down the river before turning around and heading back to that takeout point. This river is one of the clearest and bluest in the world. Seriously, the water is so clear you can see straight to the bottom, where fish, turtles, and maybe a few lost sunglasses rest peacefully at the bottom. The first section of the river here is going to be narrow and winding with gentle currents helping you along. Keep an eye out for manatees here, especially in the cooler months. These gentle giants love hanging out in the springs in the wintertime. We didn't see any manatees this time, but one of the previous times we were out here, we did have an encounter with a mother and a baby manatee that came right up to us and swam right under our kayak. It was amazing. You might also see lots of turtles out here, fish, otters, lots of birds like herons, and maybe even a bald eagle. There is a bald eagle's nest right here in the park. But one thing to remember, this is a protected river, so that means no loud music, no disposable items, including no disposable bottles. They want to do as much as they can to prevent litter out here, so just make sure you stay hydrated by bringing along a refillable bottle. They will check your coolers too to make sure you don't have anything in here that can leave litter. And along the way, you will see a few sandy spots where you might be tempted to stop and get out for a swim, but that is no longer allowed out here. In the past, these little beaches on the river were really popular for people to hang out, even set up lawn chairs and have little riverside beach parties out here. But that created some tension between the locals and some conservationist groups because people would get out here, they would get loud, they'd get rowdy, they'd leave a lot of litter like beer cans and food trash, and nobody wants to see that. And they were tearing up the shoreline and the eelgrass with all this stuff. So recently they did pass a law here that makes it illegal to stop your boat on the shoreline anymore or even go swimming in the river. You need to stay in your vessel and you can't have anything in your boat that can leave litter in the water. And you know what? Personally, I am totally cool with that. Yeah, sure, of course, naturally, some people were grumpy about the changes, but there's plenty of other places and beaches in Florida for that kind of stuff. And this is a unique place. It's a beautiful place. I mean, just look at that water. I'm in favor of doing whatever it takes to keep it like this, and I personally prefer this atmosphere of just chilling down the river instead of like a riverside tailgate party that was happening before. That's not really the vibe that Weeki Wachee was really meant for, I don't think. After about 3 miles, you will reach the takeout point eventually, where the shuttle bus waits to bring you and your kayak back to the state park. It's all included in your rental, or if you brought your own kayak, you can book the shuttle separately for $5, and they will do all the work. They're going to load the kayak out of the water, they're going to load it on the truck. All you need to do is relax and hop in the van for the short ride back to the state park. So is kayaking out here on the Weeki Wachee River worth it? I think absolutely. For about $35 to $51 per rental or $8 to launch your own kayak, you get to paddle on one of the most crystal clear rivers in the world. This place is iconic. You might even get to see some amazing wildlife like manatees and paddle through one of the most beautiful places in Florida. It's beginner friendly, it's easy and relaxing, and it is a must-do if you love the outdoors. Just remember, book ahead. This place sells out fast. Go to the website and make a reservation, and I will put that link in the description of this video so you know exactly where to do that. Bring sunscreen and a dry bag for your phone, and bring a refillable water bottle and leave all that stuff that could create litter back at home. Remember, they won't even let you set sail if you have any plastic bottles or aluminum cans or anything like that with you, and they do check coolers. But they do have a free water filling station right here in the office, so you can bring a bottle and fill your own water right here. They make it really easy for you. And most importantly, take your time, take it all in, don't rush it. You're gonna have 2 hours to get 3 miles down the river, and that might seem like not enough time, but believe me, it is plenty of time. Enjoy every second of this and just relax and take it easy. Enjoy it. You are in an iconic area out here. And thanks for paddling along with us. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fun Florida adventures like this, from the theme parks to the state parks, and maybe even check out our Patreon. If you do, you might see your name at the end of the video right here. Thanks a lot. See you in the next one.